Yes, I'm ready.
Okay.
Have you ever been bored at home? Well, hopefully after today you won't be, because I'm going to teach you about the paper airplane. Today I will give you some different names that they call the paper airplane around the world. I'm going to show you some very unique paper airplanes, and then I'm going to show you a simple way to make a paper airplane. So, some different names they call a paper airplane. Obviously in the US they call it a paper airplane. In the UK though, they call it a paper plane or a paper aeroplane. So I thought that was pretty cool. And in England, they call it a paper glider or a paper dart or even just a dart. So I thought that was pretty cool. Now that I've told you some names, I'm going to show you some extreme paper airplanes. This one was made by Luca Iacone Stewart. And as you can see, it's an exact replica of the Air India 777. Like, exact. Its scale is 1 to 60. And it took him nearly 10,000 hours to build this, nearly 5.5 years. It's 3.5 feet long, and it doesn't have any wings on it. But these are the seats that they have in them. So you can see how small they are compared to his fingers. So they're pretty exact. Another extreme paper airplane is this one on the bottom here. It's called the Desert Eagle. It's the largest paper airplane ever made. It was part of the Great Paper Project, they called it. They flew it in Tucson, Arizona in 2012. And it's 45 feet long. And it's got a 24-foot wingspan, and it's 800 pounds, so it's pretty big. And what they did was, to fly this, is they actually, if you see that little string there, they lifted it up with a helicopter, and then the helicopter got to about 2,700 feet, and then they released it, and it only flew for about 10 seconds, because there was something wrong with the tail, so then it crashed, but it did get up to over 100 miles an hour, so that was pretty cool. And then these are just unique. I found this one. It's called the Spinner, and it's really weird. It works more like a helicopter than a plane. And to throw it, you just throw it like straight up, and then it just twirls. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then this one, the ring, you actually have to use a toilet paper roll to form it. And then the way you throw it is different. You pretty much just throw it like a ball. You let it roll off your fingers, and then it travels. And then this one, this is actually made out of a napkin, so you use it like for a square sheet or something like that. So I thought that was pretty cool. Now that I've showed you some unique ways, I'm going to show you the simple, basic way to make a paper airplane. And if you've ever made a paper airplane before, it's most likely this one. It's called the Arrow. And what you want to do is, to start it off, just fold it in half right away. And you don't want to crease it. You want to line up the corners and the edges. And then you crease it to make sure it's straight, because the straighter it is, the better. And you crease it. And then next after that, you want to choose one of the corners, it doesn't really matter, and fold it over to that. So you line up the edges, and then you crease it. And you want to do the exact same thing to the other side. And then you take this part, and you fold it over like that, so it's lined up with the edge. And the straighter, the better, because then it just flies better. And then you do the same thing to both sides, like this. Fold it over again. I didn't get that very straight, but that's okay. And then you do one more fold, like that, same thing, and do it to the other side. And then, there you have it, the paper airplane. Can you throw it? Yeah. Woo! And as you see, it flies pretty good. And you can do different things to it to make it fly better. Like I've seen people tape the front part of the plane, so it's more aerodynamic, and they tape the wings together so they don't split. So now today I've showed you some different names that they call paper airplanes. I've showed you some very unique and different paper airplanes, and I've showed you the simple way to make a paper airplane. So now if you're ever bored at home, you know what to do.